Welcome to episode 84 of the 3M Fear podcast. Meera and her friends had heard rumors about Victory Theatre located in Pune. Haunted, they had said. Strange noises, cold whispers, and shadows that didn't belong. It sounded silly, but on a dare, they decided to check it out. The old building loomed over them, its walls cracked and covered in moss. The ticket counter looked like it hadn't been touched in years. The man behind barely spoke as he handed them their tickets. As they walked into the theatre, the air was cold and damp. It smelled like an old building, as if no one had been there for years. They found their seats near the middle row and settled in to watch a late night horror movie. As the film started, Meera couldn't focus. The shadows on the screen seemed darker than usual. From the corner of her eye, she thought that she saw movement, as if someone was walking there. But when she turned, no one was there. About 20 minutes into the movie, Meera felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned quickly, expecting to see her friends, Rishi or Priya, thinking maybe they were playing a prank on her. But they were sitting still, their eyes glued to the screen. She shrugged it off, thinking it's just a horror movie. That movie was just making her think all these things. Nothing was happening. But then the seat started to shake. At first, it seemed as if someone bumped into it. But then it happened again, harder. "Cut it out," she whispered to Rishi. But he gave her a confused look, as if he didn't know what was happening. A loud, sharp laugh echoed through the room. Everyone turned, but the rows were empty. "Who's there?" someone called. But the only reply was silence. The movie continued, but the tension in the room grew. Suddenly, the sound cut out, leaving the room quiet, except for the projector. The movie was still playing, but there was no sound. The characters on the screen began to move differently. They started jerking and moving in very unnatural positions. Now, this was a horror movie, but these scenes didn't look as if they were supposed to be in that movie. And that's when all the movie characters stopped and turned their heads directly towards Meera. "Is this some kind of a weird effect?" Priya asked, catching onto Meera's arm. Meera didn't know the answer. She was too focused on the screen. She wanted to know what was happening. Projector started to flicker and the screen went black. For a moment, all that was there was silence. But then there was a deafening scream. But this scream wasn't coming from the speakers. It was coming from the balcony above them. This was it. Meera grabbed onto her friend's hands and they ran towards the exit. But the doors wouldn't open. They started banging, desperate, as the laughter returned louder and closer. Shadows started moving around and the walls started to move as if everything was inhuman. When Meera turned to her friends, they were gone. She was completely alone, or so she thought. A hand gripped her shoulder, cold breath brushing against her ear as a voice whispered,
"You can't leave. The movie isn't over yet."
The screen flickered back on, and this time Meera saw herself in it, running down the aisle, screaming, rushing. The last thing she saw before the lights went out was her own terrified face staring back at her from the large screen. This was a fictional story, but it's connected to one of the most haunted places in Pune called Victory Theatre. Now, Victory Theatre is not just a place where you can watch movies, it's said to be one of the most haunted spots in the city. People who visited have shared all these scary experiences. Some said that they have heard screams and creepy laughter coming during the movie, as if the horror wasn't just in the screen but in real life. Some others have said that they have felt their seat shaking, but when they checked, no one was there. If you are someone who loves a good dare, then this is a place you should visit.
Hello and welcome to the 3 AM Fear podcast. I'm Nikita Ferrao, mystery and thriller author. On this podcast, I talk about real crimes and real people. Due to the graphic nature of some of this content, listener discretion is advised. You can find the episode show notes on my website 3amfear.com. Let's get started.
In this episode, I'm going to list out some of the most haunted places in Pune. I'm not attaching fictional stories with each and every one because then the episode will go on forever. But if you love fictional stories and if you want me to attach fictional stories to some haunted places, then please let me know in the comments. For now, let's get started. Pune does not need a lot of introduction. It is known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and youthful energy. It is a place where you can blend the old with the new, from ancient forts and majestic temples to bustling streets filled with cafes and tech hubs. This city has something for everyone. But as night falls, the city streets quieten, and that is when all of Pune's haunted places come alive. Here are some of the scariest haunted places in Pune. If you have visited any, or if you dare to visit any, let me know. Shaniwar Wada Fort. Shaniwar Wada Fort in Pune is not just an old majestic fort. It's a place with dark secrets and ghostly tales that send shivers down your spine. Locals living near this fort have spoken about strange and unexplainable sounds coming from within the walls. It is said on quiet nights, when the city slows down and everything feels still, some people could still hear that faint sound of battle. Clashing swords, loud cries, and chaos of war, as if somewhere very far away there is a whole battle going on. The scariest story tied to Shaniwar Wada is the story of a young prince named Narayan Rao Peshwa. He was said to be only 13 years old when tragedy struck. He was betrayed by his own family and he was brutally murdered inside the fort. They say that his death was not quiet or peaceful. It was such a horrible tragedy that his soul is still stuck there. Legend says that on some nights, especially during full moon, you can hear the boy's voice. He cries out, "Kaka, Malayachwa," which means, "Uncle, save me." The sound of his pleading is so real that some people have even tried to go and help this person. But when they did, they couldn't find anyone. It is said that when he was murdered, his body was cut into pieces and then cremated by the river. People who have visited this place have said that they have felt this sense of unease, as if when they were walking, someone was watching them. Others have said that they have seen shadows moving, but when they turned, there was no one. Some have even said that they have felt a cold wind brushing past them, and even on warm nights, they felt as if it's very cold. This place is a must visit during the day. It's beautiful and full of history. But when nighttime comes, the fort's haunting comes to life. Sinagad Fort. Sinagad Fort in Pune is famous for its history, but it also has a chilling story that haunts the area to this day. Now, the fort is located high on the hills. It holds not just memories of battles and bravery, but also a tragedy. Many years ago, a school bus carrying 60 children was driving on this narrow, winding road near the fort. Now, the road was very tricky because it goes round, it was very small, and it was full of sharp turns. And on one fateful day, the bus lost control and it fell off the road into the deep valley below. The crash was so devastating that none of the children survived. The entire city mourned the loss. But as time passed, strange things started happening. Locals living near the fort said that they could hear the sounds of children laughing and talking. But when they went to check, no one was there. Sometimes it is said that they could even hear faint sounds of the school bus engine as if it is about to come near the turn. People have even stopped on the side expecting a bus to turn around and come. But no bus ever came. It is even said that the drivers who drive by late night have heard playful laughter as if there was a whole group of children running and playing around. Some have even said that they have seen shadowy figures of children standing by the roadside waving at them. When they stopped to help these children, the figures just vanished. Some brave souls tried to investigate this area late at night. All they could feel was the chilling wind and the sound of the children. But they never saw these kids. Choice Boys Hostel. Choice Boys Hostel may seem like a normal place to stay, but behind its walls lies a very scary story. For years, it is said to be one of the most haunted hostels in the city. People who live there have said that they have so many scary stories to say. And they all speak about one thing: a ghostly woman in a red sari who roams the halls at night. It all started years ago when a strange rumor began. People said that they have seen a woman dressed in a red sari walking silently through the corridors late at night. At first, many thought that this was a joke, and so they didn't think much about it. But soon, more and more students began talking about the same thing. There is a woman in a red sari. The scariest part of all is her anklets. Late at night, when everything is quiet and the lights went out, the sound of her anklets would echo through the corridors. You could hear that sound as she walked, and it would grow louder and closer and closer. Those who had the courage looked out through the door, and that's when they said that they saw this figure in red. She looked pale, her dark, hollow eyes staring straight at them. Some have even said that they have heard her scream, a loud, blood-curdling cry, as if she was begging for help. The scream was said to be so terrifying that people would suddenly wake up in fear. No one could explain how or why it happened. Many ghost hunters have come to this place trying to find out where this woman came from, but no one could find it. Some believe that maybe a woman was murdered there and that's why her soul wanders this place. But there is no proof for that. Holker Bridge. Holker Bridge is more than just an old historic structure. It is surrounded with so many scary stories. It was built in the early 19th century by Madharao Peshwa. Now, the bridge itself is not said to be the most haunted place. What makes this bridge really scary is what lies beneath it: a cemetery. The haunting stories of this bridge goes back to the time of the partition of India, a period filled with chaos, pain and tragedy. So many lives were lost during India's partition, and it is said that the restless spirits of those who died at that time are lingering now near the bridge. Over the years, many people have said that they have seen strange things, heard strange noises. One common story is that drivers who drive here late at night said that they have seen shadowy shapes standing in the middle of the road. These figures didn't move, and when the drivers would slow down, trying not to hit them, they would just vanish. Some drivers have even said that they felt this cold air brushing past them inside their vehicles. There are, of course, footsteps. Late at night, when the city quiets down, people walking near the bridge claim that they have heard the sound of footsteps behind them, as if someone was following them. But when they turned, there was no one. The sound would get louder and faster, as if someone was chasing them. People, out of fear, would run. But when they turned back, there was no one. Some have even said that they have felt this force pulling them, tugging them, or sometimes even tapping onto their arms and shoulders, as if trying to drag them towards them. Because of many of these stories, many locals don't cross this bridge after sunset. Would you dare to do it? Haunted house at MG Road. On Pune's busy MG Road, there is an old crumbling house that many say is cursed. This house is known as the haunted house of MG Road. It has broken windows, the paint is coming out, and it has an eerie silence during the day. And that's what makes this place very scary. People passing by the house often say that they feel as if someone is watching them. The scariest part about the house is the smell. Sometimes when people are walking past the house, they can smell a sweet, flowery smell. But when they turn to see, there are no flowers, no plants, nothing. And then there are sounds. Anyone who dared to go near the house at night have said to have heard a girl's voice. At first, the whispers are soft and gentle, as if she is speaking to you. But the more you try to understand what she's speaking, the louder it gets, until she starts screaming. And that's when she won't stop. Some brave souls have tried to enter the house, and that is when one man said that he saw a figure of a girl standing at the end of the hallway. She had long hair and was wearing a torn dress. Before he could move, she let out a loud scream, and he ran out of the house and never entered again. Would you visit this place? Khadki War Cemetery. When you think about a haunted place, a cemetery is the first thing that comes to mind. And this cemetery is like no other. This place is the final resting place of many soldiers who lost their lives years ago. The haunting stories began years ago. People who visited the cemetery during evenings or early mornings said that they heard strange, unexplained sounds. One of the most common stories is that they felt as if they were being watched. Visitors would often say as if some eyes are following them. It was this very heavy, uncomfortable sensation, And no matter how many times they looked around, they couldn't find anyone. And then there are footsteps. People have said that they have heard the sound of footsteps. At first, they thought that it was normal because it's a cemetery, and so maybe someone was visiting an old family member. But when they turned to see, no one was there, and the footsteps didn't stop. They would get closer and closer, louder and louder. Some have also said that they have seen shadowy figures moving between the graves. These figures don't have a clear shape. It's as if there is a dark, blurry outline of people. Some say that they look like soldiers, standing silently or sometimes even marching as if they are still on duty. One of the scariest stories is that late one night, some brave souls tried to get into the cemetery. At first, they heard whispers, as if it was the soft wind hitting their ears. But then it turned louder, and that was it. They ran out of there. Pune Cantonment. Pune Cantonment is known for its historic importance, but it also has a darker side. As you enter this area, even on warm nights, it is said that the temperature suddenly drops. It makes you feel as if you suddenly stepped from a hot area to a very cold area. Many who visit this place have said that the air felt heavy, almost as if they felt like they were suffocating. Some say that they have felt as if eyes were on them, watching them as they moved around. Locals have said that they have felt this sudden sharp feeling as if someone was poking them. Others have said they have heard this faint marching sounds at night, like a parade of soldiers, but no one is seen. Some have even said that they have seen shadowy figures in old-fashioned military uniforms, standing silently under the trees until it turns dark. The spirits of Pune Cantonment are believed to be those of warriors who lost their lives in battle years ago. They are said to be harmless, but it is still scary to visit there. Would you visit any of these supposedly haunted places? I started this podcast with a fiction story because I wanted to do a test run. I'm considering doing some fiction stories based on some of the most haunted places in India. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments. And for Spotify, I'll also put a poll in the end, so let me know in that too. This will be my last episode for 2024 because of Christmas, family events, and New Year. There is a lot going on, so I don't think I'll be able to put out another episode. So we'll meet up in 2025. I have many episodes lined up, and at the same time, I'm also going to link a form. So if there are any cases that you want me to cover, please let me know in that form. Until then, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you so much for supporting me this year, and let's meet next year with some amazing, scary horror stories.